In this video, I want to explain how I currently see AI agents being used in a way that I do not hear many people talking about. A lot of the conversation today is around the harnesses themselves, things like OpenClaw or Hermes. And to be clear, I think those harnesses are incredible. I use them myself, and I think they are already extremely powerful. I also do not think the main opportunity is in everybody trying to build their own harness. To me, that is mostly reinventing the wheel. If there are already strong harnesses out there, just use them. And if better ones appear later, switch to those. The harness is not really the point. The point for me is how you deploy the agents that come out of those harnesses. I know this is not a new idea in the abstract, because people have been saying for a while now that when you build software, you should make it usable for AI agents. What I do not hear much about, though, is people building private, bespoke software for their own workflows and then actually deploying agents to run those internal systems. I see lots of examples of agents acting as personal assistants, answering emails, preparing for meetings, doing research, building reports, and all of that is useful. But what I do not often see is people saying, I built a piece of software specifically for this workflow. I exposed it properly, and now I have an agent operating it. That is the part I find most interesting. My own example so far has been affiliate websites, but I do not even think that is an especially exciting use case. In many ways, it is almost scraping the barrel. I chose it because it is one of the simplest digital businesses to set up and run. It is a relatively clean testing ground. You can build a site, join affiliate programs, create content, work on rankings, and try to build a functioning workflow around that. It is not easy to succeed at, but it is simple enough as a business model to use as a practical experiment. So for me, the affiliate website work was never really the end goal. It was a test case for a bigger idea. The bigger idea is this. Instead of just using agents inside generic tools, build private software around the workflow you care about, and then let agents operate that software. That software might be for research. It might be for analyzing opportunities. It might be for design, copy, SEO, operations, or some much more serious business process. The point is that you are not just asking an agent to help you in the abstract. You are giving it an operating surface that was built for the exact job you want done. I think that matters. Yes, in some cases you could do parts of this with Markdown files, spreadsheets, Obsidian, or other existing tools. But even then, you are still relying on some kind of application layer. My view is just that in many cases, a bespoke application will be a better one, both for the human using it and for the agent running it. Now, the more experienced software engineers may be completely right when they say vibe-coded products fall apart when you try to turn them into serious production software, because I do not have the experience to dismiss that view. But that is also why I am interested in private, in-house software operated by agents, because it changes the standard completely when you are building for your own use rather than trying to ship a public SaaS product at scale. And once you start thinking that way, the opportunity looks much bigger. You are no longer just creating one assistant. You are building software for different workflows, then deploying agents to run each part of that software stack. Over time, you can build out more and more of these internal systems. That is the direction I am interested in. Not building my own harness, not obsessing over which harness wins forever, and not just using agents as chat-based helpers inside generic tools. What interests me is using the best harnesses available, then deploying agents to operate bespoke software built for specific workflows. That is how I currently see the real potential for solo entrepreneurs and small operators. You do not necessarily need a team. You do not necessarily need enterprise-grade software. You do not even necessarily need public SaaS products. You can build private, in-house software for yourself or your own business and have agents run it. I may be completely wrong about this, but this is the direction I am personally exploring, and it is the direction I am going to be making videos about. Thanks for watching this video. Please like and subscribe. See you in the next one.